Respiration is the process of oxidizing food materials to release energy inside the cell. The energy so released in respiration process is utilized for various vital activities. This type of respiration is known as aerobic respiration because it requires oxygen, and the main food substance which oxidized in cells is glucose. This reaction takes place in presence of oxygen and catalyzed by enzymes and released energy. Respiration is of two types: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration requires oxygen and anaerobic respiration takes place in absence of oxygen. In aerobic respiration, the following major steps take place. The first is glycolysis. Glycolytic breakdown of glucose to pyruvic acid is called glycolysis. In the process of glycolysis, the carbohydrates or glucose molecules are first get phosphorylated by adenosine triphosphate, which is then lost of phosphate group and converted into ADP or adenosine triphosphate, and glucose gets converted into glucose 6-phosphate. Now this glucose 6-phosphate gets converted into fructose 6-phosphate. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme phosphohexoisomerase. The fructose 6-phosphate gets converted into fructose 1,6-diphosphate by further change of ATP into ADP. And now this fructose 1,6-phosphate, under the action of desmolytic enzyme aldolase, converted into 3 carbon compounds, namely 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Out of these two products, dihydroxyacetone phosphate does not itself participate in further reaction of respiration, but it converted in glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate through the activity of enzyme isomerase. The 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde on reaction with the phosphoric acid forms 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid. Under the influence of dihydrogenase enzyme, NAD acts as coenzyme and becomes reduced to NADH+. This 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid reacts with ADP and loss of phosphate group, forming 3-phosphoglyceric acid. In the next step of glycolysis, 3-phosphoglyceric acid changes into its isomer 2-phosphoglyceric acid and 2-phosphopyruvic acid by the activity of enzyme enolase. Finally, due to the enzymatic diphosphorylation of 2-phosphopyruvic acid in the presence of ADP, resulting in the formation of pyruvic acid, 3-carbon compound, and ATP. The formation of pyruvic acid is the end product of the glycolysis process, which is common in both aerobic and anaerobic respiration. And the reaction of glycolysis does not involve atmospheric oxygen. Now, oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvic acid. There are 3 stages in the aerobic oxidation of pyruvic acid, and the first stage, oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvate to acetyl coenzyme and carbon dioxide. In the second stage, Krebs cycle, and third stage, electron transport and oxidative phosphorylation. Pyruvic acid formed during glycolysis undergoes oxidative decarboxylation and form active acetate in a coordinate series of reactions catalyzed by multi-enzyme complex. The reaction needs participation of enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase and some coenzymes including NAD, coenzyme A, thiamine, pyrophosphate and lipoic acid. The acetyl coenzyme A enters into the mitochondria where it is accepted by the Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle is also called TCA cycle or tricarboxylic acid cycle. This TCA cycle is a program carried out in the mitochondrial matrix under available oxygen, in which pyruvate is then step by step degraded by oxidation into water and carbon dioxide. Acetyl coenzyme A is the connecting link between glycolysis and Krebs cycle. It combines with oxaloacetic acid under the influence of a condensing enzyme citrate synthetase to form a cis carbon tricarboxylic acid called citric acid. And a molecule of water is used up in the reaction and coenzyme A is liberated. Citric acid is then loses a molecule of water to form cis aconitic acid, which takes back a molecule of water to yield isocitric acid. Both the reactions are catalyzed by enzyme aconitase. In the first oxidation step of the Krebs cycle, isocitric acid is converted to oxalosuccinic acid, which is then decarboxylated to alpha-ketogluteric acid under the influence of the same enzyme. Mn2 is an important requirement of the decarboxylation reaction. The oxidative decarboxylation of alpha-ketogluteric acid results in the formation of succinyl coenzyme. Succinyl coenzyme A. This reaction is mediated by a complex enzyme called alpha-ketogluteric acid dehydrogenase. And succinyl coenzyme A then loses coenzyme A in the reaction, which is catalyzed by succinate thiokinase and in which GDP or guanosine diphosphate reacts with the inorganic phosphate to form guanosine triphosphate or GTP by a process which is called substrate phosphorylation. In the third oxidation step, succinic acid is oxidized. This succinic acid is oxidized to first malic acid, then fumaric acid. The fumaric acid reacts with a molecule of water to form fumaric acid reacts with the molecule of water to form malic acid in the presence of enzyme fumarase. In the fourth and last oxidation step of the Krebs cycle, malic acid is dehydrogenated in the presence of malic acid dehydrogenase enzyme to yield oxaloacetic acid. In each oxidation step, a pair of hydrogen ions and a pair of electrons are removed. This is the reaction which shows the glycolysis process in which glucose is converted into pyruvic acid, and this is Krebs cycle: condensation, oxidation and regeneration. The main source of energy liberation during respiration is ATP. Anaerobic oxidation of pyruvic acid when oxygen is not available to plant tissues during respiration. The pyruvic acid is commonly converted first into acetaldehyde and finally into ethyl alcohol. Sometimes instead of ethyl alcohol, lactic acid is formed. As a result of anaerobic respiration, less energy is liberated. This is the formation of lactic acid, a pyruvate converted into acetaldehyde or ethanol. Terminal oxidation and phosphorylation in respiration or electron transport chain. Each oxidative step in glycolysis involves release of hydrogen ion, which is picked up by various coenzymes. The coenzyme transfer electrons and protons through a series of cytochromes until it reacts with oxygen to form water. The terminal oxidation are coupled with generation of high energy phosphate bond in the form of ATP. NAD, NADP or FAD picked up hydrogen from substrate and get reduced as follows. Hydrogen ions and electron is released. Reduced coenzymes donate their hydrogen and electrons to a series of carriers and finally to oxygen. The sequence of electron carriers is known as electron transport chain. As a transfer occurs down to the energy gradient, sufficient energy is released to synthesize ATP from ADP, and this is known as oxidative phosphorylation. This respiratory chain of oxidative phosphorylation has the following steps. First is transfer of hydrogen ion from NADH plus H ion and NADPH plus H ion to a metalloflavoprotein FMN. The FMN is reduced to FMNH2. The coenzymes NAD and NADP are oxidized. The free energy released in this step is stored and one molecule of ATP is formed from ATP and inorganic phosphate. The FMNH2 gets oxidized by transferring its hydrogen ion to coenzyme Q, which is reduced to COQH2. The flavoprotein FADH2 reduced in the oxidation of succinic acid and transfer its hydrogen to COQ. The FADH2 is oxidized and COQ reduced to COQH2. This is the diagrammatic representation of electron transport chain. COQH2 again then transfer a pair of electron to cytochrome B and releases two hydrogen ions into the medium. Cytochrome B transfer its electrons to cytochrome C1. In this step, nearly 12.7 kilocalorie energy is released, which is coupled with formation of ATP from ADP inorganic phosphate. Next is reduction of cytochrome C1 then gives the electron to cytochrome C2, reduced to cytochrome A. Cytochrome A transfer a pair of electrons to cytochrome A3. In this process, nearly 25 kilocalorie energy is released, which is used in formation of one molecule of ATP from ADP inorganic phosphate. The electrons from cytochrome A3 and a pair of protons from the medium are accepted by oxygen and water is formed. Thus, during respiratory chain, 3 ATP molecules are produced for each NADH plus H plus. and NADPH plus H molecules. Two ATP molecules are formed by the donation of hydrogen by FADH2 during respiratory chain. As one molecule of glucose produces two molecules of 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde, so the total number of coenzymes reduced will be double for oxidative breakdown of one molecule of glucose. Therefore, total gain of ATP molecules produced by oxidative breakdown of glucose are during glycolysis process in different steps 10 ATP molecules are produced. Out of them, 2 are used. Therefore, net gain of ATP molecules in the process of glycolysis is 8. And during Krebs cycle, 30 ATP molecules are produced, whereas no molecule is used. So, net gain of ATP molecules in Krebs cycle is 30. And therefore, total ATP molecules produced in the whole process of respiration are 38. Now, factors affecting rate of respiration. The process of respiration get influenced by a number of internal as well as external environmental factors. The external factors include light, temperature, oxygen concentration and carbon dioxide concentration, mineral salts, etc. Internal factors include the amount and the conditions of protoplasm and the amount of respirable materials. External factors are temperature. The normal influence of temperature is to increase the rate of respiration till it begins to have injurious effect to the tissues. Oxygen, presence of oxygen is most essential for the oxidation of carbohydrates or the respiratory substrates. The concentration of oxygen is directly proportional to the rate of respiration. Carbon dioxide, increase in carbon dioxide concentration results in decrease the rate of respiration and ultimately stops. But as the percentage is lower, the rate of respiration again increases. Light, the effect of light on respiration is indirect because it is accompanied by increase of temperature, which increases the respiration. It has been observed that respiration is more in bright light as compared to night or dim light. This is because the stomata remain open during daytime and hence rapid exchange of gases occur through stomata. Water, the amount of water increase the rate of respiration up to a certain limit. This effect, the effect of water on respiration is quite evident in cases of seeds. In dry seeds, the rate of respiration is very slow and increase rapidly in most seeds. Water is also essential for the activity of protoplasm. So it is essential for all vital process. Chemical substances, certain chemicals like chloroform, ether, acetone, formaldehyde and many alkaloids and glucosides shows that in small quantities these chemicals causes an initial rise in the rate of respiration by a decline. Now, the significance of respiration. The process of respiration is very significant and plays an important role in the life of plant as during respiration. The energy gets liberated which is consumed in various metabolic processes necessary for life and brings about the formation of different compounds which form the part of an important cell constituent. This energy also helps in converting the soluble foods into soluble state and activates the different meristematic tissues of the plant. The liberation of carbon dioxide during this process also helps in the maintenance of the balance of carbon dioxide cycle in nature.